Let's determine the maximum and the minimum values of a function using derivatives. As we know, maximum and minimum values are also called extreme values. So we will be using extreme value theorem or extreme value algorithm to find out the extreme values of a function. We are given the function as it and we're given our domain as this. We will follow the steps of extreme value algorithm. The first step is to find out the derivative of intensity, and since we see this is a fraction, so we would apply quotient rule on it. So we will be doing derivative of the numerator times the denominator minus the derivative of the denominator times the numerator divided by denominator square. This gives us, since we've got our derivative, the next step is to find out the critical numbers. For that, we'll put the derivative equal to 0, and my derivative equation is t squared plus 4t minus 12 over t plus 2 whole square. If I put this equal to 0, I would be able to get t squared plus 4t minus 12 equal to 0, because I would take this and multiply this by 0. Since this is a quadratic equation, I can factor this if factoring is possible. Since factoring is possible in this case, I'm going to factor this. And this is what I get as factors. All I have to do is just put in each factor equal to 0 and solve for my critical numbers. So my critical numbers are t equal to -6 and t equal to 2. My third step is to find if these critical numbers, they lie within the domain, and my domain was 0 and 14. You see, this was our lower and upper limit. Our critical numbers are -6 and 2, and we see that -6 does not lie within the domain, so we're going to cancel this out. All we're going to work is with 0, 2 and 14. And we find the function f of 0. That is, we would find out the intensity when time is 0, and it would give us 8. So intensity at time 0 is 8. Next, we find out the intensity at time 2, and we get the value as 6. Similarly, we find out the intensity at 14, and we will get the value of 15. So we see that the intensity at time t equal to 0 is 8. Intensity at time 2 is equal to 6, and intensity at time 14 is equal to 15. And we are looking at the minimum intensity. So our minimum intensity is 6 at time 2 seconds.